3 trending stocks, 3 strong buy ratings. Today, we're taking a look at a few companies that have been on the move since their recent earnings report, and Wall Street analysts are weighing in. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. Today, we're diving in to 3 of the best rated stocks in the last 72 hours. All 3 of these companies are picking up a strong buy consensus from Wall Street and just recently reported earnings. So we're going to take a look at these companies, what it is that they do, what we learned from their latest earnings report, and of course, what Wall Street has to say. I found these companies on TipRank's trending stocks page. Found underneath the research tools menu, here I narrowed in on the best rated over the last 72 hours to get our list of stocks below. You can check out these trending stocks for yourself on the TipRanks website or right on the TipRanks mobile app. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and that you're subscribed to the channel. Now let's dive right in. First on the list, we're looking at Corteva. They trade under the ticker CTVA, currently priced at nearly $77 per share. The stock is up 5% in the past year, but down 9% in the last 3 months and dropped off about 13% following their earnings last week. Corteva is one of the largest pure-play agricultural companies in the world, spun off from DowDuPont back in 2019. It operates in 2 core businesses: seeds, including corn, soybeans, and more, and crop protection, meaning the herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides farmers use to protect their crops. They compete directly with giants like Bayer and Syngenta, and right now Corteva is in the process of splitting itself into 2 separate companies, one for seeds and one for crop protection, a separation targeted to close around October 1st. The company just shared their Q2 earnings report last week on July 29th, and as you saw, the stock did sell off following. The soft spots in the report were crop protection pricing being under pressure, especially in Brazil, where tighter farmer credit is delaying orders, and management is guiding to a normal seasonal EBITDA loss in the third quarter. There were highlights, however, including Corteva raising their full-year guidance, now expecting EBITDA of $4.1 to $4.3 billion and earnings per share to grow roughly 9 to 11%. Their first half sales grew 4% and margins expanded almost 200 basis points, helped by a fast-growing licensing business and new crop protection products. Despite the stock selling off after their Q2 report, we've actually had a lot of Wall Street analysts reiterate buy ratings, and many of them actually increased their price targets as well, including a 5-star analyst from BMO Capital. They said that the market's negative reaction to the Q2 results is overdone. They add that it remains constructive on Vylor and new Corteva on opportunities around a better ag dynamic, the various pipelines, and multiple arbitrage. With 14 current analyst ratings, the Corteva stock comes in as a strong buy with 11 buys and 3 holds. The average price target comes in at $94 per share, implying an upside potential of nearly 22%. Looking at the ratings down below, on the low end we do have a hold with an upside of 7.65%, and our high-end price target has an upside of over 33%. Our second trending stock is nVent Electric. Trading under the ticker nVT, they're currently priced at $162 per share. We did chat about this one last fall around October, November, and it has gained 77% in the past year, but has cooled off more recently, down 6% in the last 3 months. nVent specializes in electrical connection and protection equipment, making the electrical enclosures, connectors, and thermal management systems that protect and cool critical infrastructure. Spun off from Pentair in 2018, nVent has become one of the more direct beneficiaries of the AI build-out, supplying the liquid cooling and power management equipment that data centers need to actually run. While the stock is down a bit still over the last few months, it did gain over 12% since sharing their Q2 report on July 30th after they posted a blowout quarter. Revenue hit a record $1.47 billion, up 53% year over year, and adjusted earnings per share jumped 69% to $1.45. Data center sales are now expected to hit $2 billion for the full year, more than double last year, and management raised full-year earnings per share guidance sharply, now $5 to $10, implying roughly 50% growth. There were some lowlights, though, in the quarter, including tariff expenses now expecting to be about $100 million, up from an earlier $80 million estimate, and data center orders being large and lumpy, creating some quarter-to-quarter unpredictability. And following this earnings report, we did see a wave of Wall Street analysts increasing their price targets, including a 5-star analyst from Seaport Research. They bumped up their price target by $25, noting nVent remains a top pick as it is expected to generate well above peer organic sales and earnings growth. With 13 analysts currently weighing in on the nVent stock, it does come in as a unanimous strong buy. The average price target is $211, implying an upside potential of 30%. Looking at the ratings down below, they range from an upside of 20% up to 38.5%. If you've made it all the way to our third stock today, then this is a reminder to make sure you've hit that thumbs up button. Last but not least, we're looking at MasTec. They trade under the ticker MTZ, currently priced at $270 per share. This is another company we've touched on before around last fall or winter. It is up 47% in the past year, but cooling off more recently, down 40% in the last 3 months, and the stock has dipped 16% following its earnings report. MasTec is one of the largest infrastructure construction companies in the country. They are the contractor building and maintaining wireless and wireline telecom networks, power transmission lines, oil and gas pipelines, and renewable energy projects. If it's physical infrastructure going into the ground or up on a pole or tower, there's a good chance that MasTec is one of the crews building it. Now, MasTec came out with a record quarter last week, but the stock has sold off, so obviously there were some weak spots. That included a meaningful portion of their recent backlog growth being timed to 2027 rather than 2026, and their communication segment is seeing near-term softness as wireless carriers delay site work tied to new equipment, but management does expect that to normalize. On the positive side, they did post record revenue up 23% and adjusted earnings per share up 49%. And that backlog did hit an all-time high of $21.4 billion, up 30% year over year, giving strong visibility into future work. Management raised full-year guidance across revenue, EBITDA, and earnings per share, and just closed the acquisition of Superior Group, adding data center and mission-critical construction capabilities. Following the report, plenty of Wall Street analysts have reiterated buy ratings on the stock, but they've also been lowering price targets. They noted that the company reported an okay Q2, but forward guidance on comms and an uncertain pace of recovery in 2027 led to last week's market reaction. While disappointing, since MasTec has been firing on all cylinders, KeyBank sees comms delays as isolated from the rest of the business, which are showing strong results. They're optimistic on wireline returning to growth in early 2027. And while they may be lowering price targets, 17 analysts all agree that the MasTec stock remains a buy. And their average price target of $451 implies an upside potential of 66.5%. Looking at those ratings down below, we can see a lot of the lowered price targets, but still double-digit upside, ranging from 25% all the way up to 84%. So that is a quick look at 3 strong buy trending stocks, all on the move following their earnings report, both up and down. Let me know your thoughts on these companies and which one you'd put on your watch list. I always love hearing from you guys. And keep in mind, these videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock, so make sure you're always doing your own research and due diligence. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here next time.